something we all need. Gotta have it now if you wanna succeed. Striving, surviving, that's no doubt. Sticking together, we gon' find a way out. To all you young people, give it your all. To all you young people, give it your all. To all you young people, give it your all. To all you young people, give it your all.
Good afternoon, the back community. Thank you as always for staying involved. Thank you for staying engaged. This is season 4 of the back community. Our theme for this year is Dream Big, or excuse me, Dream Bigger. Today's guest is a living manifestation of what it looks like to dream bigger because he's carrying on a legacy of fitness that, if I have my homework correctly, started with your dad as well. I look forward to diving into today's conversation with today's guest, who's going to be no other than Terron Victoria of Victoria Fitness. So first things first, T, I want to say thank you for being on the platform, man. I look forward to diving into your story.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Let me see. All things fitness, right? And at a special time too, because obviously it's about to be summertime soon, and that's when fitness is on everybody's radar, and everybody wants to go ahead and get their bodies looking correctly. But for you, fitness is not just something that you do, but it's a lifestyle. But
Right.
I want to hit you with your first official question on the back community because I always try to do my best to introduce you, but through experience, I know nobody can introduce you how you can introduce yourself. So, Tehran, here's your opportunity to go ahead and tell the back community more about you and what it is that you do at Victoria Fitness.
Okay. Again, my name is Terron Victoria. I run a gym here in Menands, New York. It's called Victoria Fitness. I started off the gym kind of working solo. My father helped me acquire the gym, and we just kept things going, doing what we could to make sure those lights stayed on. And then and then as time went, like things started happening. Like the young lady named Aquia, she started doing yoga.
Mm.
But then first trainer came on, Sam, and then things just started trickling down. And my cousin Carl joined, and my brother started to train, and we kind of just naturally just built this fitness community. It just started off. I used to personal train in Harlem about 11 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. I got away from it, got back to it, found a love for it again. My father pushed me to go ahead and try to get to the gym, and then we just been working from there. And it's naturally it just happened where we just built this community where everybody has become like friends and family for the most part. Everybody is very supportive of each other, have built relationships in the gym, but then turn into connections outside the gym as well. So
I like that. I like that. They
yeah,
say,
we do a lot of everything out there over there, man. We do everything: fitness, regular fitness, group training, sports training. So
okay. I was about to say, I like that philosophy. It sounds like come as friends, leave as family.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I live by that too. So, and everything you just said, that's what it sounded like. Come as friends, leave as family. So, and a lot of that has to do with the impression we leave on others when they come to our establishment. But tell me a little bit more about yourself, man. How'd you get into fitness? Were you an athlete? What did you do? What is it about fitness that inspires you or makes you happy? Because for someone to be doing that day in and day out, it's got to be a love. So, uh, where'd you get that bug from as it pertains to health, wellness, fitness?
Well, I always played sports since the fifth grade. I've always been into basketball. I played ball at Bishop McGinn here. I played in college. Couple tournaments and things, showcases out overseas. When I was living in Harlem, I kind of was just working out and doing different cardio workouts and on the track and doing all this stuff. And this guy that was training out there, he introduced himself to me, And we just started talking. He's like, "Why don't you try to be a personal trainer?" It wasn't something that I was thinking about doing. So I ended up doing it and I liked it. But then I ended up leaving New York City, ended up coming back to New York, to Albany, and um, life happened. Just got
Okay.
away from it and got, and got back to it. Had kids and things like that, but got back to it, and I just kind of feel like myself. I feel free when I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Like it's something that I enjoy, just being like trying to stay in shape and reaching different physical goals, what it does for my mental. And then other people wanting to work out with me, seeing what that they enjoyed working out with me, they enjoyed the workouts that I was putting together, the results that they were getting. So then I got into like really training again, and same thing, it just kept going. So for me, it's staying in shape, thinking about longevity, my health, my physical and mental health, but also seeing what it does for other people. Like even like the small wins, like people that when they say, I used to get tired just walking up the stairs. Now I'm running up the stairs. It's not even about the always the end goal, but the little wins that they get happy about, stuff like that is where I get like the enjoyment out of. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Okay. All right. What is the biggest frustration with the top of the year? The top of the year, everybody has these um,
good
uh,
resolution.
New Year's resolutions. And they say the gyms are packed, everything is booked and busy, and then the first week of the new year goes away and everybody gets back to their normal being. Is that saying true? Is it always like that, or is it busy for you guys there at Victoria Fitness at the top of the year when everyone has these new resolution goals?
Um, Not so we kind of discussed it the last couple of years. So we'll be open 2 full years come June, and
Congratulations.
thank you. So we've gone through 2 New Years and kind of was anticipating that wave, and I think it's more of a wave for people to go to like more public gyms like Planet
Mm,
Fitness and things like that. We didn't really get that wave. We do things to encourage people to come to the gym. We're obviously a smaller private um gym where everybody trains. It's not like Planet Fitness or the YMCA where you just pay $10, $20, and you just do your own thing. So like we will do like a um some type of challenge or stuff. We want people to come in. We encourage, like, you know what I mean, whatever is going to get you to come into the gym. And it's tough for a lot of people after the holidays, to then start jumping into paying for a personal trainer. Um, So we try to do things to work with people to get people in the gym. So we wish, we want that wave.
okay.
We want that wave of people to come in because then, a lot of times when people first come to the gym, they like the vibe.
Facts.
Or it's not your traditional gym. We play all types of music, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of the, clients and trainers, we take up dance breaks. You know what I mean? We like to have fun as we're doing it. We joke, it's like it's almost like a bunch of your friends coming in and just working out together. Obviously, we're there to do a job, and we understand that, but it's a different vibe. So we want that vibe, that wave of people to come in. You know what I mean? Um, so it's not a frustration for us. It's a
It's a welcome challenge.
welcome challenge. Yeah,
Yeah, he said
come.
because once they get there, they probably gonna stay and be like,
Yeah,
listen, I,
for the
I
most
like the
part,
vibe.
they like the vibe. People come for the workout, but for the most part, people stay because of the vibe and the community. The community is what keeps people coming because not only do you come and get a great workout and you're working on yourself, you get to be around people that you enjoy being around, and the motivation that you're not gonna get at just going to Planet Fitness with your headphones in.
Or doing it alone. It
Right.
sounds like part of your winning strategy is creating that environment where
Right.
you can have friends, family that you enjoy working out with, and you guys are motivating each other. I
Right.
love looking at the challenges. Sometimes I'll be looking at the challenge like, man, I'll break my arm trying this. He's just like, man, yeah, this is the big boulder challenge today. And I'll be like, what? So, but I think being in that environment, right, is super supportive. And
Right.
every person I always see that's posting material from out of your gym is always one they're always getting to it, meaning that they're not just there taking pictures, but
Right.
they're having an enjoyable experience, and I think that's a
Right.
great selling point.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't like I said in the beginning, that wasn't really the intention. I didn't think about creating a multicultural space where it's going to be this big community. It just naturally happened. Um, all of the trainers, we just vibe. We were all close and cool, so it was able to work. Which then trickled down to everyone's clients and everybody just being cool.
Okay, okay. What is the so we know your special sauce, what keeps them there, right? What keeps your clients coming back? What do you think, just generally speaking, what is it that deters most people from going back to gyms in general? Because people are genuinely good natured, they want to get it done, but what
Mhm.
is it? If you were talking to an audience out there, trying to give your best ET speech about motivating them to get their butts in the gym, what would you say to the people about the importance of health, wealth, fitness?
Um, there's variables when it comes to that because obviously people go to the gym mostly because they want to be in shape. Um, some people are able to stick with it, some people are not. Some people have that discipline to get a good workout in and have a regimen on their own. Some people need somebody there to keep them motivated and keep pushing them. One thing that I noticed that why many people stop going to the gym is because there's two different reasons, or I like to say excuses. I'm just gonna be real. Um, they work too much,
Mm,
or they don't like the pain of that initial week, that first week. Even
mm,
myself, if I take a couple of days off and I get back to the gym, like it hurt. That first workout always sucks. But like you got to keep going, and a lot of people don't want to keep going. They feel that soreness. That first leg day, they sore for 3 4 days.
mm.
You got to do it again. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like you just got to keep. Eventually, like they think like the soreness is gonna go away at some point. No, it don't. It just becomes more tolerable. Like I'm sore now. My legs are hurting right now.
Mm.
But next, Saturday I'm gonna do legs again. Monday I'm gonna. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, a lot of people say, yeah, but you're in the gym all day, but that doesn't mean I still gotta have that discipline to
Facts.
push myself every day. You know what I mean? Like, I could be in the gym and just train people, and that'd be it,
Mm,
or just do the bare minimum.
mm,
But it's just finding that what drives you. What is your reason? Like, what is your goal? And for me, I understand. So I respect people that they say, oh, I have this coming up. I want to get in the gym. Whatever gets you started, great. But don't stop just because the event is over. Um, you know what I mean? Because again, like I said earlier, this is your health is, and it's about the longevity.
mm,
Um, I care about my health. I care about the people around me, their health, and it's not just the physical look. You know what I mean? Like when 10 years from now, 15 years from now, do you want to be taking pills for pain or, you know what I mean? Or you want to do the work now and you have to worry about that later.
mm.
So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I look at it now at 40 for me, and it's just like, how to maintain. Like some people are trying to get back to their 20s. I'm okay being in my 40s as long as I got access to all my regular functions and liberties. I'm okay, right?
right.
But
that's the things for me. That's the scary part. It's like I don't want to be older and not be able to do the things that I want to do because I didn't do the things I needed to do now. You know what I mean? Like I still want to be able to, if I want to go for a jog at 75 because you know what I mean? I remember being at Event Fitness and there's a 92-year-old man, this was years ago, and he was in the gym, 6 a.m.
92.
92 years old.
Yeah, yeah. I
Never
want
forget.
that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he wasn't in there doing anything crazy, but the fact that it was 6 a.m. and this 92-year-old man was doing something. He was doing cables and dumbbell curls and things like that. Like that's amazing.
Yeah, and it sounds like it sounds like that 92-year-old would be a great example. Think about it. He's up in age, but he's got a regular routine, right? He's hitting it early, right? For me, like you said, wellness is not just about looking great, but it's also about making sure that your mental stability is where it needs to be too, right? And I always find myself, for me personally, I'm in my best. I'm at my best when I'm working out and when I'm reading, right? So I've figured out a way, thanks to that book, The Seven Habits of Successful People,
Yep.
but to stack on top of things that you like to do. Like I love reading, right? I wake up at 5 every morning. I start work at 6, so my time in between there is to go to the garage. I got tonal set up in the garage, and I can go out there and go get a workout. The only thing that stops me from getting out there is me being fat sometimes, and like I ain't doing nothing today. But
Right.
creating those routines, I think, will also help you to stick to it. But what's your best advice about setting a discipline a regimen? Because a lot of times they say that abs are built in the kitchen, right? So it has a lot to do with what you're doing in terms of eating, as well as the physical activity that you're doing. But if I was your client, me as Tyrell, I'm your client. Once you figure out what my goals are, say my goals is to look like Michael B. Jordan in Creed 3, right? I know it's unrealistic, but it's my goal, damn it. So, how would you coach me to get to that with a combination of dieting and fitness?
So not everybody is the same, obviously. But first we preach you can't outwork a bad diet. You just can't. Like, do you have some of your freaks out there that can eat whatever they want and still have a six pack, but that's not the norm. Um, you have to watch what you eat. You have to put the work in the kitchen. And then there's this misconception of like, oh, I'm only eating once a day. Why am I not losing weight? Whether you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, you got to eat. It's just what you eat and how much you eat in those meals. I always tell people like you got to eat 4 to 6 meals a day. But if you're looking to gain muscle mass but like burn body fat, yes, you have to obviously work out. But like I tell everybody, keep your meals colorful. Whatever your protein is, up your protein. Me personally, I'm not a fan. I don't drink protein. Now I do. I drink pea protein. But like anything else, like the gene is 100% pea protein. Anything else, I don't. I haven't had a protein shake from like a GNC or
Gotcha.
anything like that. I haven't done any of those things in years. But as a schedule, like I said, like 4 to 6 meals a day, healthy meals, drinking a lot of water, and the gym at least 3 days a week.
Okay. Okay.
At least three, but obviously working, trying to look like Michael B. Jordan, you probably want it's gonna be more like 5, 6 days. You know what I mean? But like it all depends on the person. Like if since you gave yourself as an example, we would be hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half a day hitting the weights, but also making sure the cardio is in like high intensity work. Like me, I would personally probably have you do like a lot of supersets or circuit training, stuff like pushing the sled, to get your heart rate up. But also, you're building those leg muscles, things like that. So
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Well, listen, a brother can dream, can he? I can dream, damn it. All right. One of the things that, or one of the reasons why I love bringing everybody onto this platform is not only to just highlight what you're currently doing, but, because a lot of times as adults, we forget to showcase who we are just as human beings, right?
yeah,
Sometimes we get so much into protecting our brand and just forgetting to just be human beings. But in the space that you're in wellness and fitness, right? You get to see people at their best. You get to see people at their worst, right?
so
And I think it's an up and down balance a lot of times, but I want to ask you some questions just outside of fitness in regards to what motivates Terron, right? What keeps you motivated? And I think someone who could look at you and look at how you're sculpted and look at your work regimen and what you're doing and say, well, you know what, I could follow Terron and his regimen, or I can reach out to him for a consultation to see if he can help me to get to my desired goals. So I say all of that to say this. I'm going to ask you my next set of questions, which is all fun based, right? Not outside of what a little bit outside of what you regularly do, but just to get to know Tehran on a one-on-one basis. I call this rapid fire. Don't worry, nothing to get you in trouble, all just to get a chance to understand who you are as a person.
yeah,
You ready?
yeah,
And I'm starting with you because abs are made in a diet. Excuse me, abs are made in the kitchen.
right.
So, what's your favorite cheat meal or cheat snack that you like to have for yourself?
Cookies.
All right. If you were able to live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Hmm, that is a tough question. I have a few. That's
Okay.
tough, man. There's places that I want to see, and I feel like I would want to live there more so because of like the natural resources.
Hmm.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
you
Like
gotta choose. You ain't got time to do the
Hawaii,
risk
Hawaii,
for versus reward.
Hawaii.
Hawaii? Okay, okay, I can see that. What's your favorite sneaker? If you were to choose a favorite shoe that you like to wear when you're comfortable, what you put on your feet?
Kobe's.
Kobe's. Okay. Any particular Kobe's or just any Kobe?
Kobe, eights.
Okay. All right. Just checking. All right. So if you had to choose your favorite music artist, any particular genre, who would it be and why?
This is gonna sound like a cop out, but I have to say my brother, man, because he's a very talented individual. I feel like uh, because he can rap, he can sing.
Hmm.
He's very well rounded when it comes to the music thing. He just has to believe in himself a little bit more and put himself out there. But we talk about mainstream. My favorite artist today gotta be J. Cole.
J. Cole. Oh, I'm coming back. All right. Uh, if you had a favorite quote that you live by, or something that helps to motivate you, what would be your most popular quote that you go to?
My most popular quote. One of my favorite quotes at the gym, which is not like from any, it's not like a famous quote or anything, but I mean, I guess it is. But be careful what you ask for.
Hmm.
A lot of people ask for, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. I want to up this. Okay, be careful what you ask for because when we turn up, we turn up.
Hmm.
That's one of the things. That's probably one of my most used quotes when it comes to the gym. But my one of my favorites, Kobe had said something like, um, when when you have a goal, you sign that contract with yourself.
Hmm.
Stick to that contract until the job is done.
Gotcha. 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 Let me see. And lastly, last one for you. Um, What is your biggest fear?
Hmm, man. Oh, sharks. a, a damn shark. I am petrified of fucking sharks. The
Fair enough.
ocean. The ocean. Everything in the ocean.
He said, you want to know this? Yeah, sharks. That's
Anything in the ocean, my man.
Well, listen, man, thank you for indulging me in what I like to call a 90-second round of rapid fire. And I like doing it, like I said, because we're humans and sometimes people don't get a chance to see us smile and see the true personality of who we really are. And I think understanding of what a person listens to in terms of music,
Mhm.
understanding where a person wants to live or go, or understanding the food that a person eats will tell you so much about a person's personality. And I've just learned that in my travels. So I love trying to break you down in that aspect too.
Right. Yeah,
All right.
I obviously have to preach healthy eating, but you said my goal, if my weakness has always been cookies. Now,
Cookies.
if it's in the house, it's getting eaten. So we try our best to not even order or buy that stuff as much as possible. But that
If I
is the
see it,
that's the kryptonite.
okay, okay. I got to come back to you on two topics. Well, actually three. First, give me the specifics for your brother, because one, here's a perfect opportunity to go ahead and put him on the radar of a lot of other people. So, does he have a particular what do you call it, social media handle that he goes by, music related, or does he have a
Yeah.
website for his music?
So he's his Instagram is Daniel, like Daniel, but with a K underscore NDL. I think that's his handle. He's on all streaming platforms. Like I said, he's very talented, and he's in a group of other very talented young men. Um, yeah, he's like I said, he can sing, he can rap. He's tapping into a new genre of music, which I don't know the title of it, but
Mm.
I heard him listen, like playing his song while we were in Montreal, and he's good. I just feel like I think he knows he's good, but he doesn't really know
Mm.
where he can go with it. But that's a
Got it.
little biased, I guess, but
Totally understandable.
there's not too many of his songs that I'm like, nah, I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't really ever feel like that. I love his music. So
Okay.
he just,
Okay.
but yes, can you? So his on on like Apple Music is can you space TG for Can You the Great.
Okay.
That's
All
his
right.
hand.
All right. And I got to come back to two more things with you. One, Kobe. So I'm gonna say a statement because I'm gonna say this just because I just had this conversation with my 14-year-old son Saturday. We were sitting downstairs in the library area, and he's a big basketball head.
Mhm.
So we end up talking about Kobe, right? And I'm telling him that, honestly, I'm a Boston Celtics fan, so of course I went at Lakers fans all day, every day. But I was telling him that I missed a great opportunity in real life to understand the Mamba mentality, right? It
Mhm.
wasn't until he passed away that I read his book and I really started to understand, like Kobe was the real deal, right?
Right.
And it was just like I didn't understand it. I thought a lot of it just wasn't. But when I read the book, I'm like, damn. Yo, like Kobe ain't letting nobody outwork him. Any person the closest to Jordan in my humble eyes as a 40-year-old would be Kobe. I
Hmm.
know that argument is being had all over the place, but I just wanted to say, because the Kobe's were your favorite sneakers, I had to go ahead and say, shout out to Kobe, shout out to the Mamba mentality and the understanding and the thought process that you got to get in and do the work. Like you said, if you
Right.
make a commitment to yourself, keep that agreement. And Kobe was the definition of that. When he tore his Achilles and he's ended up taking ballerina classes as a way of strengthening the back up, I'm just like, ain't nobody doing that. But he was just like, nah, man, I'm dedicated to my craft. So when you just
Right.
said it, it made me think about that. Yep. And
Yeah.
lastly, you mentioned J. Cole, so you opened yourself up for this one, T. So was he wrong for apologizing or what? Please tell the world about this J. Cole apology to Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I don't think he needed to apologize. I think because even that track that he made it wasn't like it was a track that was something for him to it wasn't like a complete diss. It was a
Mm-hmm.
response. Like I took it as like, bro, I love you, but understand if you want to keep this going, understand why I said I feel like I'm Muhammad Ali. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I do love you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think he needed to apologize. I don't think he said anything disrespectful or anything like that. It wasn't anything violation. I think it was just some competition that I think hip hop need.
Okay.
We don't get to see that, and when it is some type of beef, one as you did, we came up in an era where it's like lyrics were the thing. So when you have two
Bars.
bars, so when you got two people that got bars and they can compete against each other, is rare these days. Whereas before we had the Jay-Z Nas, the Big and Pac, the the Jada Kiss and Beanie Siegel, like we had these. I mean, those were actually like real life beefs, but we still had we had something to listen to, and it was like, yo, this is we don't have that. Like, I don't want to hear Lil Uzi Vert go at Lil Yachty. Like,
Right.
I would never in my life listen to that battle. I wouldn't take it serious. Not
Mm-hmm.
that they're good artists for what they do, but like, I don't think J. Cole needed to apologize. I thought I could have sworn I saw where Kendrick had an interview and he was explaining how he respected both of them as artists and things like that. But he had to say something. He ain't like what was said. And J. Cole was, told that. But he said that first, I thought. I thought he said something and then J. Cole apologized. I could be wrong, but
He said, F your big three, it's just big me. Yo, K Dot was hard, but I have to say, as a
yeah,
man, huh?
that was a dope verse.
Yeah, yeah. I got a call from Albany. What was it yesterday, the day before yesterday? But Paul Kane. So shout out to my man Batman. So he calls me talking trash, and he's like, "Yeah, Rel, I need to know how you feel about this." So and I'm just like, I appreciated J. Cole apologizing, right? As a man, I appreciated it because I'm entitled to walk back something that I said or something that I did
Right,
if I no longer feel that way. I'm
right, right.
entitled to do that. And
Yeah,
then Paul says, nah, bro, you can't say that. You can't be Muhammad Ali great, and then you can't take no jabs. So, but I said, here's the thing, right? I I I live and I move out of an abundance of caution. I've been like that for years now, right? That's what allowed me to make it to this tender age that I am. But I've
mhm.
also just sometimes you just gotta realize the energy that you might be creating as a result of doing something. And I think Cole started to feel that really really fast. Like he said, yo, I had like 30, I had a thousand calls. Yo, what you gonna do? What you gonna
Right,
do? And it's just like, but
right.
I respected it because him apologizing says more about what was important to him than it was
Right.
keeping
I
up the
don't.
narrative.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not mad that he apologized. I respect that he apologized because I think a lot of people get caught up in the oh that was soft whereas let's be real, a lot of people that are saying that aren't in
Are
positions.
soft.
Yeah, just be real. So, but I don't. That's why I responded the way I responded. I said I don't think he needed to. I
Okay.
respect it as a man. You know what I mean? You didn't really want to respond in the first place. You didn't feel the need to.
Mm.
Um, I think he needed to respond more. I don't think it was a need. I think I just wanted him to respond. I wanted the back and forth. But he really didn't need to respond. Um, he didn't need to apologize either. You said what you said, so just it wasn't anything crazy.
Mm.
It wasn't like
Okay.
something wild, disrespectful. I felt like it was just some type of competition, but
Okay. All right. I will accept that. And let me see, man. I'm gonna wheel you back in over here because this is probably my favorite question to ask everybody out of 4 seasons of doing the Back Community podcast. So, T, if you were to describe success, how would you describe success for you?
for me, putting my kids in the best position. Making sure that they're financially stable for when they are ready to go out in the real world. The better I do now, the better they'll be able to start off their adulthood. That's what am I giving back to my first my kids, but also to like the community? Am I giving back? I'm not do I would love to be filthy rich, but I'm gonna give most of it back. You know what I mean? I've made it this far without millions. So if I was given millions, I'm gonna
Same
make
thing.
sure people eat. You know what I mean? So like I want to make sure that my kids aren't struggling.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like so that's and as long as the lights stay on in the gym, I'm successful. I
That's
got
looking
people
good.
coming in now. They love me. They love the gym. That's
Mm.
all I need.
I think Nas said it best on uh was it Bonjour? But he says, you're wealthy when your kid's upbringing is better than yours, right? And
Right.
you think about it, that's the goal for most of us, right? And it's just like, hey, well, you know what? I don't want you to have the same heartaches or setbacks that I did. I want to be able to set you up in a way that you don't have to have the same experiences. And I
Right.
think I tell my wife this all the time. It's like, listen, and us making an effort to keep our kids from experiencing some of the things that they're going to experience, we just gonna mess them up in another way too, right? Because part of living is living this thing out. So imagine being able to afford more opportunities for your kids, but now
Right.
they're spoiled and they think that give me like there's a cost. I just did this with my 7-year-old the other day, and just like, well, hey dad, can I get a new headset for my Nintendo Switch so I can get on not Call of Duty, what's the other one? Starts with a F.
Fortnite.
Fortnite. There you go. Yeah, yeah. So I'm just like, yeah. So go to your piggy bank, see how
Right.
much money you got in there, and let's calculate to see if you got enough. So, he goes to Amazon, prices it out, and just like, okay. And it's too funny because he had two options, right? He wanted these blue ones at $23, $22, $23 with tax. And then he's like, oh, the green ones look real. And I said, Dad, I want the green ones. But the green ones went from $22 to 33. I'm just like, he's like, nah, I'll take the blue ones. They're good enough or whatever, right? So, like you said, man, being able to give our kids these financial jewels early on is going to be able to help set them apart or set them up in life.
Right.
Financial literacy was a thing that we didn't talk about as readily. Like, I think therapy and finances were two taboo topics that a lot of people in the black and brown communities never talked about that we can now openly talk about. Now it's
It
like people
was
talking
never.
about never.
Yeah,
So,
my upbringing was never talked about.
yep.
So yeah, like the same type of story that you had, like with my oldest, when she got to spend her money, she don't want to do nothing. When she's spending your money, she's all right, and she's 15. So
And they look at you like, "What you mean, my money?" It's just like this, yeah, this your money. Do you want to do this? My son, my oldest, my soon to be 15-year-old, he got expensive taste. So it'd be, I want Chipotle, or I want this. He likes all of the expensive stuff. So it'd be like, okay, well, we're gonna use your money today, player.
right, yeah, my
Yeah.
my daughter texted me like we should go to Dunkin' Donuts. So she gets in the car, we're driving. I'm like, I'm assuming you want me to pay for this. She's like, yeah. I was like, you got to understand that when you text people and say, yo, you give a suggestion of where we should, where you want to go, and they're providing the ride, especially, you usually have to pay.
Thank you.
You the
Thank
one that
you.
got to pay for it. You should be buying me Dunkin' Donuts.
Mm.
I didn't care about no Dunkin' Donuts.
You just settled you just settled in an embarrassing argument that I've had with a friend of mine for years. Girl I used to talk to asked me. She says, "Hey, Rel, can you pick me up to take me to Kenneth's?" You know, right? So I pick her up. I take her to Kenneth's. We go to Kenneth's. She ordered mad stuff at Kenneth's, curry shrimp dinners, all of this stuff or whatever. I'm just sitting there. I didn't order nothing, right? And then the lady behind the register asked, she's like, "Yeah, so this is such and such price," and she's looking at me to pay it. And then the girl who I brought there was looking for me to pay it, and I'm just like, "No, you asked me to bring you here. You didn't say, Rail, can you buy this for me? Ty, can you pay for my dinner tonight? We would have
Right.
had that conversation earlier. You
And you
asked me to
didn't eat.
bring you, and I didn't get nothing. You know what I mean? This was yours. But yo, the lady behind the register says, because I told the girl, I said, listen, I ain't got no money. I'm broke, right? The lady behind the register says, you ain't got no money. Still to that day, it was just like it hurt my soul. Just like that ain't the point. I could have paid for it, but we didn't talk about that. Just
Right.
like, but so I'm glad you telling your daughter this early on. Like, hey, the
Yeah.
expectation is if you asking for that, that you got the funds to take care of it. I can help you get there.
Yeah. Because the wording could have been, she could have asked you if you could take her out on a date, but that wasn't what she said. What she asked for was a ride because she wanted Kenneth, and you provided a free ride.
That's what I did. Let me see, man. I got two more questions before I let you go. I know you're a busy
Okay,
man. One of them
let's
is going
go.
to be on entrepreneurship, right? I think that similar to that same comment I just made about therapy and finances, being an entrepreneur, right, is a really big thing, right? But do you think that entrepreneurship is something that we should teach young adults in high school? Why or why not?
Yes. If it's taught properly, absolutely. Because you can't that freedom you have of working for yourself, um, I feel like it's unmatched. Like, and it's one of those things where it's like if you increase your worth, you're gonna increase your wealth. If you have more like of a quality and different things that you could put out there into your business, and you're working on yourself consistently, that you're gonna get the return. You know what I mean? Like, because the alternative is, and this is not to downplay anybody that that has a 9 to 5 or works for somebody else. This is not to do that, because I was that person, um, and it worked for me. It paid my bills. It allowed me to go on trips and things like that. But like that, this freedom that I have for myself, like I don't have to ask anybody if it's okay to go to my daughter's track meet.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I need to go pick up my son from daycare because I just want to, I don't have to. Yeah, I mean, obviously you have clients, you have schedule, you make things work. But if I just don't want to that day, I don't need permission. I just
Mm.
tell people, listen, I'm going to get my kids. I'm going to track me. I'm doing this. I don't have to ask for permission to go on a week vacation with my family. I just give notice to my clients that I'm not going to be in the gym for a week.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It's mostly for me, that freedom. But if you have that financial literacy and you understand the ins and outs of the business, which today I'm still learning. It's almost 2 years into my business. I'm still learning a lot, with taxes and things like that. If you understand that stuff, is very beneficial. You just have to put a little extra work in. That's it. I mean, I work more hours now than I probably did at any other job, with the exception of maybe like one or two. Um, but I'm pouring into myself, not pouring into somebody else's
I love it.
business.
I love it. And let me see, man. My final question for you has to be this. Terron, thinking about everything that you have accomplished thus far, where you're at as a man, as an entrepreneur, as a community supporter. What about your life's path are you most proud of for you?
Being here, The fact that I'm still, I've been through a lot in my upbringing and seen a lot. And I've seen people that have, been in similar situations as myself and not end up the same way as me. Um, and I've seen people that had less than me growing up do more than me. You know what I mean? But like, I'm just proud that I'm here. I have my wife and my kids, and we own this two-family home. I have my own business. My wife has her own business. My
Nice.
kids don't, the fact that my kids really, they don't need for anything. They just always want shit. They just always
Facts.
want shit. But like, and just being able to look back on all the things that I have been through and the experiences and to be here and to the fact that I'm excited for what else is to come. Like I'm not so much worried, the natural fear because I do work for myself and things don't work out. If all falls on me, like I'm more excited about what's to come because of the work I've put in through this time.
I love it. I love it. Well, listen, man. I'm gonna make sure that I tag I tag the IG page,
Appreciate
but
it.
tell the viewers how they can get a hold of Victoria Fitness if they want to reach out to you for to get that work and to become a part of these challenges, to leave as family, come as friends, but to leave as family. But how do people find you on social media if they're trying to get a hold of you, T?
You can contact me on IG at Victoria underscore fitness underscore. I also my personal Instagram is Terron Victoria. I also those are the same names for Facebook as well. Um, yeah, that's how you can reach me. We also have fitness apparel at thevictoriafitness.com.
Is that
There'll be
that
some
VFit right there?
That's the V Fit. This is an older shirt. We got some more stuff coming soon, very soon. So I'll be posting. There's going to be more men's apparel being posted. It's mostly female stuff right now.
Okay. And say that website again?
TheVictoriaFitness.com.
Copy. Copy. Hey, well, listen, man. Terron Victoria, I want to say I wish you and the family continued success moving forward.
Likewise,
Congratulations on 2 successful years in business.
appreciate it.
Thank you for being a positive force, not just for your family, but I see how much your clients love interacting with you and everybody else at your gym. So I truly wish you guys continued success moving forward. It was a pleasure to have you on the back community, man. And I know you got a gig to get to go make somebody else look like Michael B. Jordan at 4 o'clock. So I'm gonna let you get to it, man. But thank you for being on the back community, and I can't wait to get your story out to the people.
I appreciate you having me, man. It was a joy.
Likewise, man. Have a good one. I'll play catch up
You
with
as
you
well,
later.
bro. All right, brother.
Peace.
Keep climbing up the ladder. A Black Lives Matter. They matter. Matter. So all you young people, give me all. 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 Matter, matter. A Black Lives Matter. They matter, they matter. A Black Lives Matter.